Hola, mis amigos. Welcome to Little Chefs. I'm here with Ethan, my sous chef, and today we're going to make two things with you. We are going to make one experimental recipe that we've never made before, which is kind of our style. We do that a lot. And we're going to make something that we've made a million times that we know is delicious. Should we get started?
Let's do this.
Okay. The first thing we're going to make that we've never made before are carrot energy balls. And we're going to cut the recipe in half because we're not sure if we're going to like it. And so we don't want to use up too much ingredients, but we still want to give it a try. So we're going to be reading the recipe, and I will post the recipe that we're using in the comments below. I always wanted to say that. In the comments below. Like they're right there. Okay. First thing that goes in carrot balls, a carrot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the first thing we need to do is we need to peel and cut the carrot. And Ethan and I have decided that we're not going to peel this carrot because peels don't bother us. And this is an organic carrot that we have washed, and so we feel fine about the peel. And with this particular recipe, we don't need to have a really smooth carrot. So we'll bring you down to join us on the workstation, which is kind of crowded today because of how many ingredients it takes to make carrot balls, and I'm going to cut it in half, if you don't mind. And we're both going to cut our carrot into little pieces. And of course, we're going to use our knife like a tool. We're going to hold it like we mean it. And Ethan's carrots are running all around.
It's because I have to saw them and they don't really like coming off, so.
Yeah, but you're sticking with it, and I appreciate that about you.
Look at my knife, already totally covered in carrot juice.
Yeah, carrot juice is really orange, and it can stain stuff.
Yeah, if you have a white marble counter or quartz, and you peel carrots, you will probably need to clean up the juice pretty quick because it will stain your counter. And you don't really want a yellow counter, well, a splattered orange counter unless you're hoping for an orange counter.
Right.
Which isn't that common.
Carrots are tough to cut, and so if you're at home trying to cut a carrot and it's too hard for you, you can ask an adult to help you out. Because as you can see, the parent knife works a little more quickly than the kid knife. You got this, Ethan. We're going to cut these into a little bit smaller pieces because we want our food processor to bite it up really easily. All right, let's check our recipe, Ethan. Calls for a carrot. We're going to use a food processor, so all of our ingredients are going to go right into here. This is called a food processor, and it's not for you. It's for an adult. So you can put the stuff in, but your hand never goes in. No. Never. Why? I'll show you why.
It's just like the blender we showed you a couple weeks ago.
That's right.
It actually looks a lot. This blade is a lot like the spinning blade on a blender, except it's bigger, and it also only has 2 blades instead of 4, and they're also not double-sided, so.
All right, so here we have our carrots, and the recipe asks us to chop the carrots in the food processor by themselves. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to scoot over to here so you can see me, and Ethan, you can talk to people if you want to.
He is going over there where the food processor sits on its special stand, and it has a lid so carrot bits don't fly everywhere. And what it basically looks like is going to be loud. Maybe.
Didn't work.
Oh, it's not working. So basically what it looks like. So basically what it looks like when you're done is a bunch of, like, if you took one whole carrot and you chewed it and then spit it out into a bowl. That's kind of like what it would look like.
You know, I never thought of it that way, Ethan.
But except it wouldn't be a mush. It's not a mush, it's more of little tiny pieces.
All right. The recipe, which are the directions, ask us to take the carrots out and set them aside. But you might want to taste one. You want to taste one?
Or
see how it is?
Because I don't know if I can just take one single piece.
How is it?
Tastes like carrot.
All right, next we need 2 cups of old-fashioned oats. That's oatmeal. So this is what we're using. And this is half a cup. So we're going to need one of these because we're cutting our recipe in half. So actually we're going to need 2 of these, 1 cup. Will you please put 2 of these half cups into the food processor? We're not going to rinse. Carrots? It doesn't matter if there's carrots. What we're going to do is we're going to grind up the oatmeal into kind of like a flour so that it holds our carrot balls together really nicely.
It might be a little louder because it's a bit more hard and chunky than carrots. I mean, carrots are hard, but they're not as dense as oats.
Yikes, the door in our front room just flew open. It's kind of windy, a little chilly today. All right, how many is that?
2.
Go ahead.
Well, that's 2.
That's 2. Okay, I'm going to go back over and blend this up.
And if you're not making a half recipe, you would do 2 carrots and 4 cups of oats. You didn't hear what I said. You would use 2 carrots, and 4 cups of oats.
All right, here's our oats. They're all blended up. They look really good. Ethan, you are in charge of putting the carrots back into the food processor. We're going to start putting a lot of ingredients in here.
How many will this make?
Well, we'll have to see. I think it's going to make enough for a nice big snack for our family this afternoon. All right. The next thing you're going to do is it calls for almond butter. Oh, there it is. Okay. It calls for almond butter. We don't have any. We're going to use peanut butter. You can also use sun butter or cashew butter or any kind of nut or seed butter that works for you. So we know that some people are allergic to peanut butter, and we want them to be safe. And so no one in our family is, and we're going to feel fine about that, thankfully. Okay, so we need a 1/4 cup of almond butter, or peanut butter in this case. Okay, so Ethan, you're in charge of that. Okay, here's your spoon. Here's your peanut butter. You can use the spoon to put it into the cup.
Do I have to?
Yep, you do. Yep. All right, that's great. We're also going to put in a 1/4 cup of maple syrup, which we love maple syrup. It's going to make it taste nice and sweet. There we go. We're going to put in 1 cup of coconut flakes, which we have right here. We've been wondering what we can do. We had a lot of carrots and a lot of coconut flakes in our house.
I love the smell of coconut.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you said that. That is a really yummy smell. You want to smell it up close?
Yeah, I love the smell, but I don't really care for the taste.
Oh, well, I wonder how you'll like it in here.
Well, I don't like it on its own.
Generous
I also don't
pinch
like
of salt.
I also don't like coconut ice cream.
Oh, you don't?
Coconut flavored ice cream.
Oh, I do. How's it going with the peanut butter?
1 more spoonful and we'll be good.
All right. We're going to put in 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. I like to measure that out. Here it is. Vanilla. It smells good, but it tastes really, really strong by itself. It tastes terrible by itself, I think. And, I think it does. Some people don't mind it, but it tastes delicious in cooking. Cakes, cookies, carrot balls.
You can't taste it in the carrot balls, but...
Dash of cinnamon.
You might be able to taste it a little bit, but it's not a strong flavor in the carrot balls.
We love cinnamon. We added extra. Oh, that looks great. Go ahead and pour that in.
It's like Nutella or molasses.
Yeah, you can use this spoon. Oh, it came right out. Great. You can scrape it out with your spoon.
What about this one?
Yeah, that's great. Because we want to have as much peanut butter in there as we need, because the peanut butter is going to help stick it together. Peanut butter is really sticky, isn't it?
Definitely.
So we need it to hold the little balls together.
Uh-oh.
What's going on there? I'm actually going to put one extra scoop in here, because I'm
crazy about peanut butter.
I really want it to be sticky. Okay, there's one more ingredient, Ethan, that we can add.
There's peanut butter here, and then you said the peanut butter can and the peanut butter.
Oh.
So now there's peanut butter everywhere.
We just got peanut butter everywhere, so we're going to have to clean that up. It's no big deal. We're going to be careful.
I just wanted to tell you so you don't set more things down there, and then we have to clean up more.
Thank you. We can make these balls a little more special if we want to, Ethan. We can add a secret ingredient. Should we do that?
Oh, yeah!
If you are wanting to make your carrot balls really fancy, you can add chocolate chips. That's going to be good. We better taste these. See if they're any good. The chef always needs to taste their ingredients if possible. And those are delicious. Okay. So
One cool thing about this is that you don't have to bake them because they don't have any eggs. Or they do have a flour-like mixture, but you don't need to bake it.
These are gluten-free and dairy-free, and they could be nut-free if you used a seed butter. A lot of opportunities here. All right, here it is. All the stuff that we need. I'm going to blend it up again. Hang tight.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, wow. This looks really good. Check that out. Here is our mixture.
Ooh.
So the next thing we do, we need a small plate. Can you please grab a small plate?
Yay! We get a mold now.
Yes, we do. And I'm just gonna, sorry about that. I'm just gonna clean off our workspace a little bit.
Yeah.
We made kind of a big mess here.
Wait, remember peanut butter on the bottom?
Yeah, I remember. I'm gonna set it right here. Thank you for telling me that. You are a very thoughtful guy.
So now we just take a handful and mold it?
Yeah, you're gonna roll up your sleeves. Make sure your hands are clean. If you're wearing a ring, you might want to take it off. And then you're gonna take a piece, a little handful, and you're gonna squeeze it together, gently, into a ball.
So how big should these balls be?
Well, that is a really interesting question. And the answer is however big you want it to be, because you are the boss. So if you are a person with a giant mouth, then maybe you want to make a big carrot ball. But if you're a smaller person, then you want to make it smaller. My carrot ball is about this big because I want to be able to eat the ball in one bite.
Just like,
Yeah, I just want to put it in and eat it. So let's make a few of these and we're going to put them in the fridge, okay?
so finish off the batter.
Well,
Are you sure we should be sticking our hands in here?
you're right. Safety first. Luckily for me, I live with a safety kid. And so I'm going to take this out and set it to the side. I know, I have been teaching you about safety for
8
solid
years.
8 years. Okay, and your carrot balls don't have to be all exactly the same size.
Would be very interesting if they were.
These are coming together really easily, and they look really good. I'm going to smell it. Oh, yeah.
I think I've had these before.
I think these are going to be very popular with Dad and Jaden.
Me too. I've had these before. I love them.
You have? Where'd you have these?
I don't remember.
Wow.
But I remember the smell.
Look at that. That one has a chocolate chip sticking right out. It looks fun.
Eyeball.
Yep.
It has an eyeball.
All right. That's enough for now, I think. Let's put these in the fridge. Can you do that, please?
I'm trying to mold this one. It's not. It ain't being cooperative.
I know you can do it.
So, if you're a preschooler, you might want them about this size. And so, once you have as many as you want, we are making right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we'll put them in the refrigerator for how long?
Just for a little bit. They're supposed to eat them chilled, but they don't need to be super cold. I was curious before we made these if they needed to be chilled to stick together, and now we know that they don't need to be chilled to stick together. We know that they will stick together without being chilled. So after you make them, you can eat them right away, or you can stick them in the fridge. We are going to make one more thing for you, which is savory ants on a log, which means we're going to use hummus instead of peanut butter because we already used peanut butter in our carrot balls and we wanted to have another flavor. So here are some things you're going to need.
Woo!
You're going to need celery, and then you're going to need hummus. Here's our hummus. We used hummus from Costco, but you can make your own, and we have a really good recipe if you're interested. And then you're going to need some toppings. So here's our toppings.
Maybe next week we should make hummus.
Oh, that's a really good idea. So what you need to do first is get your chef knife. So grab your knife, Ethan. And then we're going to take a good look at our celery. And we're going to notice that the end of our celery is kind of ragged. It doesn't look really very yummy. So we're going to trim it off. And don't forget, we talked about this last week. We're going to look for the bottom edge, and we're going to set the bottom, the flat part, down. Okay? So we're going to trim off the sides, scoot them to the side, and then we're going to make sections. You can make them mini section or a longer section. You get to decide. Great. And then you're going to flip them over because we're going to put hummus inside the little boat. And then you're going to take a spoon.
And when we're done making this, we may or may not, if we have time, I might share a dessert recipe for ants on the log.
Today you might?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great.
We're not making it. We're just sharing a recipe.
Okay. Well, we saw that somebody in another place used tomatoes on their log. And so this is an example of tomato ants on a log, which I hadn't actually seen before today, which is amazing to me. Oh, and Ethan's putting really big chunks on his. Are you going to be able to eat that?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, you should do it now because that is so cool. Goes all in. I just want to recommend that you take reasonably sized bites so that you don't choke. Okay, so for example, you might want to take 2 bites out of this instead of just 1. Something to think about. You need to take care of your body.
I had 1 bite, because I'm a big kid. 2, I think the tomatoes would have fallen off if I had 2 bites.
Mm-hmm. Some other toppings that can go on a celery and a hummus are cucumbers, little sweet peppers. We have cashews out here that I think would probably be pretty tasty. Can you think of anything else that would taste really good on some hummus that you'd like to have? Let's see, what are some other ideas, Ethan?
And if you want to share your ideas, you can put them in the comments below.
Listen to that guy. You're a YouTuber now. Dreams coming true, right and left. Here you go. See what Ethan's doing down here. Oh, he's cut up some cucumber. And I'm actually going to use the cashews. These are some nuts. We love nuts at our house. Ooh, excuse me. And we're going to make a little cashew. So we have a tomato one. And a cashew one. Here comes a cucumber one. This is looking really good. Oh, yep. What do you think? Do you think that the big cucumber? So you have some choices because you're the chef. You can either have a giant cucumber, which is going to be a really big bite, and that could be tricky. Or you can cut it up and make it into little tiny pieces.
It's a snail.
Oh, you're so creative. Hey, should we get out our...
It's falling over. I'm going to eat it.
Okay. Should we get out our carrot bites and do a taste test before we say goodbye to these guys? Great. I'll grab them. Oh, they're already colder. All right, we've got our carrot bites, and we've got our hummus, ants on a log, and really, this could be a snack, it could be a lunch, it could be a dinner, it could be breakfast. Anytime you feel hungry, you can eat these foods. Let's give it a try, Ethan. Cheers. That is so good. We highly recommend carrot balls. What do you think? Mm-hmm. Thanks for joining us. This is a lot of chewing. You have to chew these a lot because of all the carrots and coconut. Thank you for joining us. We hope that you have a really wonderful day and that you take some time to play outside. And don't forget to wash your hands. We love you. Adios.